Welcome, everybody, to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, a special edition. Training camp is here, people. I'm your guy here, Frank the Tank. I'm going to be holding down the fort all across the board because I am producing, I am hosting, I am doing it all until our guys get on. A couple of people are running late. So, to break down, there's a decent amount, I feel like, that we can talk about right now. Like how I said, Bears training camp is here. We're going to break down a lot of these upcoming injury news that we've heard. I was on here, last week saying there's no issues with Kyler Gordon. Then it turns out there is. Bad news, but through the grapevines, I hear it's not that big of a deal. And the positive thing about it is they found the root cause of a lot of his lower body injuries. So we will see what happens during that. But there's other people that are out too for training camp. But does it worry you? It worries me. It's always going to worry me because you want these people healthy who just had a whole off season to get themselves healthy, and now they're not healthy getting ready for training camp. So that is a little scary. But other things to talk about. Hey, I gotta break down my little Hawks today. There is a familiar face that we will be talking about a little bit today that has returned to Chicago, and everybody should know who that familiar face is. If you don't, then your issues have issues, in my opinion, because that's pretty screwed up if you don't know who that is. But we'll break down a little Bulls talk. We'll break down a couple of things here and there, a few baseball talks and everything. Cubs, Sox, both still playing some great baseball. So, but hey, we'll break that down. The show is getting ready to get started. Let's hit it. I would usually say, hey, Kamish, hit it, but I'm going to tell myself to hit it. Here we go.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
Watch these summer league games and they tell you about these new up-and-coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso, both when they are on the court, are like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
We know some shit. We do. We know some shit. But hey, like I said, I'm going to be holding down the forts until the guys get here. I know one guy backstage, the Crooked Commission is here, but unfortunately he's not able to produce today. So this is going to be fun because now I could post all the funny shit in the background and hopefully everybody's going to think it's him because that'd be perfect. So let's bring him in though, because he is backstage. Let's bring in the producer, Crooked Commish.
Not the super producer tonight.
No, I'm the super fucking everything tonight. So this is going to be entertaining.
You're the super tank tonight for sure.
Ooh, damn, I like that. That's a fucking legend tank right there. The super tank.
Hey, we should be firing all cylinders though. It's fucking the beginning of the camp kickoff now.
Yeah, man. It's about time. Obviously, what is that? Bears training camp is usually what? That's 7 Sundays until football season starts. That usually is the final hit. So, it's nice to be here. Obviously, like I was bringing up before, it's not nice to see all the injuries that are happening before camp even starts. For God's sakes, it's just like
we can't get to the main course yet. That's.
And I don't want to be that guy who comes out negative, but what bullshit is that? Where you are getting hurt before training camp even starts. Sometimes I feel like that's I don't want to do training camp, so I'm just gonna, fake a ingrown hair or something like that, and I'm just gonna miss a little bit of training camp. So, but yeah, it's ridiculous. But I mean, what did you think about Poles' interview? Because I mean, Poles' little interview this morning, same with Ben Johnson, they did not seem happy about a lot of these injuries that are showing up already. Obviously, we know about the Kyler Gordon one. Nobody's happy about that one, but it's not just him. There's a lot of key players that are not healthy going into training camp.
For sure. And some we were kind of expecting. There were some names on that pub list that we weren't really surprised about. But before I get too deep into it, I just want to give my hats off and tip one back for our boy, the Caner. You mentioned that earlier in the intro. He's back in town. We all, like, everybody fucking dusted off their old hockey paraphernalia there.
I immediately, my wife was giving me shit because I fell asleep with a Kane jersey on after that was that same day. It was just like, and a lot of people, like, I mean, obviously, I'm a big hockey guy. I know a lot about hockey and everything like that. And it was just like $8 million. I was like, is that a little much? Yeah. I mean, sure. $8 million each year for 2 years, so $16 million for somebody who's 37 years old. But it's what they're expecting him to bring. Is he going to be the same show? Yeah. Is he going to be the same Showtime Patrick Kane? No, it's not going to happen. He's 37 years old. Like, it's just not going to happen. But I'm telling you this right now: is he going to be on your first line, getting a lot of minutes? He will be. He will be because as of right now, that is Connor Bedard's best lineman he's ever had, and he's 37 years old.
And yeah, that's kind of the disappointing thing, but I mean, better late than never to give him some sort of weapon. But
he was thrilled.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think he's good for the locker room. He's good to mentor someone like Connor Bedard. He knows the city of Chicago. He knows what it takes to, kind of keep our appetite, at bay and whatnot, and kind of the pressures that it comes to play in a big city like Chicago and what the fans really expect.
Yeah.
Considering that him and Taves and Duncan and the rest of that group were the ones that set that bar for us. So
they built the first dynasty we had in the Blackhawks since the 60s, in my opinion.
Correct. So who
messed up?
What better of a player than Kane to kind of show him the ropes in a sense of like, this is what it takes to win big time games and big time moments and stuff. So, granted, like I said, once the Hawks really start to get rolling, like you said, he's going to be on the way out since he's only in here for 2 years. But hopefully within those 2 years, Bedard can kind of soak up all that knowledge that Kane has and can kind of take that forward. And with them adding pieces to the Hawks lineup, going forward, that he'll be able to use that shit that he learned from Kane and bring up some more championships.
No, you're 100% right on that one. And shout out to Razor Manelli. I love that. That's a bomb ass name right there.
There you go.
But I will say this: you are wrong. It won't be too. They'll make. I have a feeling they will make the playoffs this year. It's. I mean, I'm not saying they're gonna make a deep run, but when you look at that lineup and all those young players and how much they are producing. The biggest thing, if I'm going to say if they're going to make the playoffs, is Connor Bedard is going to be out for the first month of the season because he did have surgery on his shoulder. So he will be out. It's about what you're going to be able to do when he's out. Bringing in somebody like Patrick Kane, that's huge. All right. I mean, and like how you said, the mentoring type thing, there's no question about that. But this is still a guy who's going to give you at least 20 plus goals. I don't care if he's 37 years old. He's going to give you 20 plus goals. He is going to make your power play that much more efficient. Just think about this. Connor Bedard is a shooter. He is a pure freaking sniper.
Sniper. I was going to say sniper.
You are going to freaking put Patrick Kane, who is probably the best setup man possibly in NHL history, in my opinion, the best setup man to pass the puck to Connor Bedard in a power play. Like, Blackhawks are going to be surprisingly pretty good this year. Am I saying they're going to make a deep run this year? No, but this is a year I think they will make the playoffs. They'll probably slip in on like a 6.
At the very least, they should be competing for a playoff spot.
Yeah, okay. 100% agree. They have the goalie. And a lot of people who aren't talking about them going out and getting Bynum, that defenseman from the Buffalo Sabres, that guy is a purebred Duncan Keith caliber player. That's how he plays hockey. the same exact way Duncan Keith played hockey. All right, he is also going to make your power play that much more efficient. He is going to also mentor and help all our young defensemen that we have just control their lanes a little bit better. Like having him there, and he's only 25 years old too. It's gonna be a year where they're gonna sneak in on possibly a 6th, 7th, or 8th seed or something like that, right. And they will get into the playoffs this year.
I mean, Razor doesn't. He's kind of thinking you may be smoking that funky lettuce there, or the wacky tobacco.
And Razor, I understand what you're saying, but you're looking at 3 teams right there. For one thing, Dallas is not going to be that good this year. I don't even know why you brought up Dallas into this conversation. Minnesota is going to be okay this year, but they lost a lot of pieces this offseason, and they got a pissed off star player in Quinn Hughes right now, who Minnesota just lowballed him on a horrible freaking deal for one of the star U.S. hockey players right now. So there's a lot of people on all of those 2 teams that you're bringing up that are not happy. They're gonna. I mean, again, you're naming 3 teams. I'm not saying the Blackhawks are going to be a
top tier
team or anything like that, but they're going to sneak into the playoffs. Colorado, I picked them to win the Stanley Cup that last year, and they actually let me down like crazy. But they're still going to probably be the best team. But they're gonna sneak. The Blackhawks are going to sneaky be pretty good this year. And I'm not
hopefully the Hawks, like if they make the playoffs, they're going in with the same view that I think teams will be looking at the White Sox this year of like, we don't want to face them. Like, don't get me wrong, they can be beat. But it's one of those teams where it's like, oh, man, that team's so fucking scrappy. And we're going to feel it at the end of the series, whether we win or lose there. So,
yeah, and I mean, and Razor, I understand everything that you're saying. Like, I mean, I expected the Blackhawks to be a lot better last year. They let me down on what they did last year. And the biggest thing was when they lost Frank Nazar and they lost Connor Bedard early, actually like mid-season, and then they went and lost 13 of their last 14 games.
That was a wrap up for that.
Out. That was done. Your season's over right when that happened. You're not going to be able to come back because they're not talented enough to go on a 10-game win streak yet. But the key thing with the Blackhawks right now is I know everybody knows what Connor Bedard's going to bring you. He's going to be out there every single day, busting his butt, working hard. There's no question about that. Patrick Kane is going to be still a very, very good player. But Frondell coming over this year, he is supposed to be, and again, I hate bringing up like former Blackhawks players, but he's supposed to be your replica to how your Marian Hossa is. Your dominant, 2-way type hockey player who can go get the puck, score goals, and set up your guys. And you really need Frankie Nazar to take a huge step this year. Like, they have very good players, and you still have Lardis, who was your leading goal scorer in the AHL last year, coming up this year. You have a lot of people, and now you're bringing in a guy like Patrick Kane to help mentor these people. Like, it's gonna be a fun ride, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. And they're still wet behind the ears and stuff like that. So they still got some things to learn and whatnot. But
Razor, I'm not understanding what you mean by Montreal, because I'm putting this on point right now. Montreal's not even making the playoffs this year. Put that on the record. They lost a ton. Demidov had a horrible second half of the season. The whole Montreal team is hated right now. Like, the team hates players. They're fighting constantly. Like, the Montreal Canadiens are falling apart right now. Honestly, there's not one Canadian team that scares me other than the Edmonton Oilers, and they're always going to scare me when you have a guy like McDavid on that team. So I'm not too worried about the Montreal Canadiens either. There's a lot of teams that I'm expecting to take major drops this year.
Well, one of the guys, I mean, I guess this is a segue. One of the guys that, like I said, we were talking about earlier, to get back to the
Razor. Now you're pushing it, Razor. Now you're pushing it. If you're telling me Demidov is in the same caliber as a Bedard, you need to put your drugs.
I think he is trying to say that, Frank. I think he really is.
I got a perfect. Where is our favorite one that we don't use enough?
What you smoke crack, don't you?
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
That's nowhere possible. And Demidov is not a good 2-way hockey player, so comparing him to Hossa is just beyond stupid as well. Demidov is going to be a very good player, and I actually wanted us to draft Demidov before Leshinov as well. But Demidov was on a stacked Montreal Canadiens team when he got put there, and now that team is starting to fall apart, so we will see what Demidov is going to be in these next few years, if he's going to take a step up or if he's going to take a step back. But comparing him to Hossa, that's no comparison whatsoever. And comparing him to Bedard, a champion over Bedard. I mean, Bedard I always like to say this about Bedard. A lot of people don't look at his past history. He was playing for the Regina Pats when we drafted him. They were the worst team in junior hockey. They were awful, absolutely embarrassing. And he wanted to go there to turn them around. And then I think they got to the conference finals the 2 years that he was there when they were one of the worst teams. Like, he turns around a franchise. You just got to get him some help still too. So, but there's no comparison there, Razor. Sorry, my man. Love you though. Happy to have you on.
So go ahead and hit his last comment, and then we can get back to some Bears talk and what's kind of going on, the recent news and whatnot. Played junior hockey, went in the first round, would have put up more points than Bedard.
I don't think he would have put up more points, but he was on a better team, so he probably did have the possibility of putting up more points. But Demidov is clear-cut a top 3 player on your hockey team and always will be. Well, Connor Bedard will always be a number 1 person on your hockey team. Demidov will never be the guy on your hockey team. It won't happen. I know. I could tell you have an absolute hard-on for Demidov right now, and I really like Demidov as well. Like I said, I really wanted us to draft him over Lushinov, but there's no comparison to that. Like, the story of Demidov was another reason why I really wanted him here. And I know this will probably go viral when I say it, but Demidov slipped off the draft boards. He was supposed to be a 1 or 2 pick or something like that. A lot of people were saying that. But there were things about, he is Russian, and there were things that Russia did not want him to go into the NHL.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was another one of those situations where Demidov said, well, he's going to go talk to people. You know, he went, I think it was to Florida or something like that. And he stayed there until the draft came up. And there were already people in his family in Russia. We will just say they kind of. Yeah.
Being persuaded.
Yeah. So there's scary stuff when you draft Russian hockey players, unfortunately. But
go figure. You never would have.
No, 100%. 100%.
But man, going back to the Bears, one of the scarier things going on today was, like you said, the press conference that went on between Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson.
Before we get into this, commission, we do have a late arrival who just got here.
Yes.
We're gonna bring in our guy, the stat man, who knows all them stats. He doesn't know hockey yet, though. I'll teach him those stats. We got you, JB.
But that's never too late.
Hey, man, I know everything you need to know about Blades of Steel, man. Don't do that.
There is still, to this day, no better hockey game than Blades of Steel. It's sad to say that. The only one that comes close, where I'd probably say maybe, I think it was like 2000 Wayne Gretzky or something like that. That one game you usually see. But yeah, Blades of Steel. Those fighting in Blades of Steel too.
Blades of Steel now, though, you'll probably need a blow on the cartridge to kind of get it to work. You know, that own game system.
I think you can find it on retrogames.com and play it on the PC. I mean, it's probably not the same, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's as close as we're gonna get for sure. So, but JB, before we get into the Bears talk, we were kind of just finishing up some Hawk talk. Did you have any thoughts on Kaner coming back to Chicago at all? Or are you excited? I know you're not much into hockey, but were you excited to see him come back?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because Patrick Kane is kind of like what started me really not really watching but paying attention to Chicago hockey.
Okay, yep, fair enough.
Kane, Taves, like Dustin Byfuglien, like those were some of the guys that got me because I'm from the Jeremy Roenick era and
Chris Chelios, Eddie Belfour,
Belfour standing on his head. Like, I'm from that era.
Yeah,
and just to see, and I want to say we went, Frank, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't we go to a Stanley Cup final with that team and we lost?
I don't think we went to a final.
Went to Phoenix.
We've never lost in a final.
No.
Are you talking about the Jeremy Roenick era?
The Jeremy
Roenick era. Yeah, we lost to Pittsburgh.
Okay, right.
We actually got swept to the Pittsburgh Penguins, which was kind of
upsetting.
But
so
I mean,
and then he left and went to the Phoenix Coyotes, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Expansion team.
And now they're in Utah.
Yeah.
Right. Go figure. So that was like kind of like, man, my little extent of hockey knowledge that I knew. And I'm just glad he came back, because anytime when you have a guy like Patrick Kane coming back, not only are we looking like, hey, this is a veteran, he's bringing championship pedigree, but he can teach this young team, because I think the team has a lot of talent. They just don't know how to win.
100%.
And somebody like that, is the type of player, like, we're not asking him to be a 30-goal, Frank, 90-point guy, 100-point guy. But
he might need him to put the team on
that.
Well, but I'm saying, but to galvanize, what would you put him on, that second line?
No, he's going to be your first line. He's going to be
on the first line regardless. Okay,
I'll guarantee it, because he is still going to be the best player Connor Bedard's ever had.
And he still has the speed.
That's sad to say. Like, I mean, yes, he's 37 years old, but he's still going to at least give you 20, 25 goals a year. I mean, that's going to happen. And what we were talking about is Connor Bedard as the pure sniper that he is.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Kane as probably one of the best setup guys in NHL history. You're going to put those two on the power play together. That's going to be like magic.
So that's like the Stockton to Malone.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be like the Harlem Globetrotters, right?
A nice yin and yang type of thing. A nice alley-oop that they'll be setting up, hopefully. So,
Damn, Razor Ramon's just like, and Dominic Hasek was my favorite goalie of all time, Razor.
He was a hell of a goalie. So
he was my favorite goalie ever.
But bottom line with Kane, I am just overall glad that he's out of that god-awful Dead Wings jersey, and I no longer have to see him in that ugly-ass crap. So, if nothing else, at least he's out of that stupid-ass jersey. And he looks much better. This
is the big thing, too, is it was really down to two teams.
Well, that didn't feel like
it was to him and the Buffalo Sabres, because the Buffalo Sabres are his hometown team.
Yes.
Like, he's from Buffalo. So he grew up being a Buffalo Sabres fan. But the key thing here is the Buffalo Sabres are Stanley Cup contenders. They are. So adding a piece like Patrick Kane for them would have been huge. Would have been absolutely huge. But everybody was asking me why I don't think he would go to Buffalo. And I'm like, listen, guys, like, a lot of people don't like to bring up Patrick Kane's past. And as we all know, he had some serious issues when he was a young, rich celebrity in the Blackhawks. And
a little checkered was that past.
And the Buffalo town, because it happened in Buffalo.
Right.
Buffalo turned on him.
Yeah.
I actually went to the first game, because the Buffalo Sabres are actually my second favorite team, which is kind of funny because of Dominic Hasek there, Razor. But I went to that game, and oh my God, they were tearing Patrick
booing the shit out of him.
Like, just worse than booing. Like, I mean, it was, they were calling him the R word in the stands. I don't really want to say it on the air. But like, it was bad, and he never forgave them for that. And I think that played a huge part. And the Buffalo Sabres, from what I'm reporting, or what I'm hearing out of Patrick Kane's agent when he's speaking, is the Buffalo Sabres offered him $10 million for 1 year to come to a Stanley Cup contender. He chose to do $8 million to come to a rebuilding type team like the Blackhawks, because he knows what the city of Chicago is, and he knows the fans love him here. So shout out to most of our favorite Blackhawks of all time. Like, and it's funny, JB, you said my favorite Blackhawk of all time was Jeremy Roenick. He always was.
Yeah,
I grew up in that era.
With the most was Jeremy Roenick. Play with him.
I don't know any Blackhawks fan who's going to sit there and tell me they don't love Patrick Kane. So always happy to see him back.
I even liked Marian Hossa when he got out that Detroit Red Wings sweater.
Yeah. And like, and this is the thing, like, and I still say this to the day, like, everyone brings up Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews and Duncan Keith and all those great core players that we had. If you did not sign Marian Hossa, you are not having a dynasty. Marian Hossa was the glue who put that entire team together. And that's kind of like what they're hoping Patrick Kane's going to be when he comes here.
Look, I'm here for it. Why not?
For real. That would be nice. I think we would all love that shit and be ready to, like I said, we already have the Kane jersey, but if we don't have the Bedard jersey, like, that would definitely be on the Christmas list. So that would be all for it if they start getting hot, for sure. But
put Frank anyway, in timeout. I never said they're going to the ship. Stanley Cup contenders is what I said. They are still reported as Stanley Cup contenders. And yes, I will agree the Sabres did lose a lot because they just don't have that money to keep a lot of those big time players there. But I guess I got my Hawk talk out of the way early. But Razor, I will bet you a fine bottle of bourbon that the Blackhawks do make the playoffs this year. Mark it down.
Ooh, mark the tape.
Mark it down. A fine bottle of bourbon. I'm not saying that they're going to be a top 3 seed team or something like that.
July 28th.
They're going to be a 6, 7, 8 type seed sneaking in there because they got too many pieces. They just need that leadership. And getting a guy like Patrick Kane, I feel, is going to be huge. And they're still getting older. A lot of them have been playing together for a few years now, so they're just going to keep getting better. The biggest question mark is the defense, and you did go out and get a legitimate number 1 defenseman this offseason as well. And you got him from the Buffalo Sabres, which is kind of funny also. But they're fine bottle of bourbon. Mark it down, Razor.
There you go. We can settle that off on the side chat for sure.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do it.
But yeah, looking forward towards the Bears and opening camp for everybody, the rookies and veterans. I mean, it's excited to see that first domino fall. Wasn't so excited to hear the news about Kyler Gordon over the weekend. Some of those names on that pub list, like I said, we kind of were expecting. We weren't too surprised to see TJ Edwards and whatnot. But 2 of the names we definitely weren't expecting to see was, I think, Shamar Turner and Kyler Gordon and stuff. Now, granted, we know it's not the pub list to where they're mandatory going to miss games. They could be taken off any moment now. But it's still very discouraging to see those guys on there. You could tell in Ben Johnson's voice and in Ryan Pohl's voice that they are about the end of the ropes of giving this guy, time to get it settled and healed up and whatnot. But like you said, Frank, kind of knowing, what and stuff, it seems like the frustration seems to be coming from everybody. Kyler Gordon himself.
Kyler Gordon's furious right now. Like, I mean, I'm telling you that right now. So, he hates this as well.
Let me ask you this about one player that you spoke on. I mean, Kyler Gordon's situation, it is what it is. Unfortunately, he's had a lot of soft tissue injuries over the years. That could just be one of those things where it could be a simple hydration thing or something leading to something else. We don't know. But I will say for Shamar Turner, the way people are coming back from ACLs like that and bigger, better, stronger, faster, and he's still not even really like able to do half of what he was able to do. I mean, are they really being honest about what's going on with him, or is he really having that much of a problem getting back healthy?
Man,
that is a great question.
Because Deo was back from an Achilles, and Achilles I thought took longer than an ACL supposed to.
Yeah. And that's the thing that's pretty alarming with that one as well, JB, because like you said, you're seeing Dio participating and Shamar Turner is not dealing with nearly as severe of an injury and whatnot. So, and it's one of those things to where if you're moving him at the edge position, and it's like, I get he's played a little bit in college, but how much of it, like I said, obviously it's not benefiting you missing the time with being out in this injury. You're one of the guys that needed to be there to grab a hold of that fucking starting spot and not give it back and whatnot too, because Booker is right on your ass. And now it seems like he's going to be the front runner to take that spot opposite of Sweat, who we still think at this point Sweat needs more help than just Booker to be more effective.
He definitely does, but
there is a certain person who just requested a trade that I would love to flirt.
That's a pipe dream, though. We can't.
I understand that, and I actually agree with what you're saying. But still, when I heard that name, I was like, "Oh my god!"
I would try to afford him for sure, but
you can still renegotiate some contracts. There's a few people that you did not restructure their contract because you really didn't need to, and because you didn't go out and get the guy.
Yeah,
well, I mean, true, but here's the thing: is it as presently constructed? Just a quick show of hands. Does anybody think the Bears line, injury or not, has improved since last year? Raise your hand if you say yes.
Improved? I'm going to say yes.
So I say they haven't improved.
Am I going to say a substantial amount? No. Because you're getting people back healthy, you're going to be better because you got some people back.
The best I can say is it's level from what it was last
year. Good.
Or it may not have gone down, but it hasn't gone up really. I mean,
which means it's a push, right? And in this situation, it's always next man up, but you hear the names, but you don't see the production. You look at what others have done, and you're like, why did you get this guy? Neville Gallimore, all he's going to do is replace what Billings used to give us. And, Grady Jarrett, hopefully he's healthy. But again, as they say, like, he's on the wrong side of 30, which I don't always agree with that, because there's great players that play very well into their mid and late 30s, a la Von Miller. But you just don't see that guy on this defensive front. Even if you had a Shamar Turner, which you drafted as a D tackle, you didn't draft him to be DN. You drafted him to be a D tackle.
And he was a dog at D tackle too.
But to convert him, right, to D tackle, to me, speaks more to the Bears' fault than his. Like, what are we really expecting for a rookie that play? What did he play, like 6-7 games? And
5 or 6, I think, is what it was. Yeah,
it does feel like they're grasping for sure. And at the end of the day, it feels like a move to where we struck out everywhere else, so now we're fucking scrambling, type of thing, and seeing who we can plug there. And that doesn't look completely like, what, you're turning a fucking guard into a DN, you know what I mean? Where it's like completely like, that doesn't even make any sense. So at least it's one of those things, you're moving from D tackle to D end. He played that in college, so you kind of have that a little bit to hang your hat on and whatnot. But at the same time, you're talking about coaching them up.
Quick shout out here. Quick shout out, John King Bravo. Welcome back. We haven't seen you in a while, bud.
Stay through camp.
Thank you for the $2 super chat. Stay put through camp. See where we are at. And you're right on that one. I mean, it's early in camp, but I think like the first thing a lot of us said right away is we really want, especially certain people, to be healthy for camp. And some of those certain people were not.
No,
like,
and
I'm not going to say I didn't expect brain fart. Sorry, who are we just talking about? Turner. I didn't expect Turner to be ready for training camp, in my opinion, at least not 100% ready for training camp. But I also didn't expect Deo to be ready either. So the fact that Deo is and Turner isn't, that's a big question mark in my opinion.
And I mean, and it's one of the things with Kyler Gordon specifically. He's the one that definitely you felt like you needed. They were depending on maybe a bit more, or kind of hoping that he would be there a bit more, because all they've been saying in the camp now that they weren't able to get, an edge in the draft or in free agency is we're going to coach them up, and we're hoping that the defensive back end is so good that it'll eventually, the front end will, eventually get there or whatnot. But
when has that ever worked?
Right.
Building from the back front.
Correct. That's already a long shot. And you need one of your centerpieces is a guy like Kyler Gordon that you need for that to work. And the fact that he's out here and it's, you just gave him a huge fucking bag is all the more to where you can't help but look at Ryan Poles and being like, what do you like? Why did you give him that at that time now? And what the fuck is the answer now if he's going to miss? Because we're saying this in the chat. It's one thing to say what they're saying now, but if this turns into, well, we expect him to be ready by week 1, that's not going to fucking cut it. Like, that's going to be a big fucking red flag, it's already a red flag, but even a more thing if they're saying, we think he'll be ready by week 1, because how effective is he going to be by week 1?
No, you need some off-season stuff for sure.
So, what happened? What did Chris? We're not trading for another. I think JB must have got a call. That's why you got.
Yeah, I know, right? We hear the call.
But Chris, foul mouth.
No, I saw that. Yeah. And I agree with you. Trading for another person who's under 30, I mean, it's understandable, but is he still effective?
But see, that's why I just said I don't agree with that, because just because you're over 30, this is a new time and age. 30 ain't old no more.
No, it's not.
Get off that
especially
shit.
At that type position.
No,
I mean, if he was north of 34, I might maybe that's pushing it. But I mean, you could still get 2-3 years out of him. And right now, guess what? The Bears' window is 2-3 years.
Thank you, because I was about to say, if you could package
100%.
I don't know who would they want? Probably nobody from us, but
It's hard to think of a package there. You probably would think they would want more draft picks and stuff, but
I mean, I would give Grady Jarrett, I would give Javon Dexter, and I would give next year's third round pick if they would take that. But
I don't think they will though. They're going to get more.
They don't want Turner. They don't want Gallimore. They probably don't want Booker. Dio and Shamar, they're not. That's no good either.
I think it depends on what the team's looking to do. Like Grady Jarrett's appealing if you're looking to get money off the books because he's on the books this year, and then after next year you can cut him, and then now you have cap space.
True.
So I mean, if the team's looking to do shit like that, then guys like Grady Jarrett or even someone like Dio would be appealing because then it's like, oh, okay, cool. Whatever, his contract's a shit this year, but next year we're gonna have a shit ton of cap space because he'll be off the books.
I mean, I definitely kick the tires on it to see, but
would you be comfortable trading a second round pick for him and a player,
yes.
a player?
Yes, second round and a player. I would.
You know why? Yeah, because we ain't gonna do shit with it anyway, but draft a fucking tight end that blocks. So yeah, I'd trade it.
JB was gonna go there.
Not another tight end, JB. Come on, come on, dog.
That's what.
I mean, I get it. We've seen it twice in 2 years, but I mean, it's not going to happen every year.
Like, I trust our regime to make the right decision. Do I still agree with that tight end? No, I don't.
Yeah, JB's not. I mean, I know you ain't letting that go, JB. Like you're gonna.
But I truly think that was the knife in the knife in the back to Cole Kmet. Like this will be Cole Kmet's last year, in my opinion. Because they drafted that tight end.
The writing can't be
so they're going to draft another one next year to replace.
They will not draft another one next year, for God's sakes. Don't do me like that.
Not before the 5th round. I'll give you that, JB. Maybe they get one after the 5th round and shit. But
dog. Come on, man.
I ain't trying to hear that right now, JB. God damn it. But
I mean,
hey, yeah,
I'm sorry.
Ralph just almost like a splitting image replica of Kmet and his measurables, I should say. So, I mean, I could see where you could kind of think that and see the writing on the wall. 1 year rental for $22 million is not smart.
Yeah, I mean,
he's going to want a new contract. That's the other thing.
He's going to want a new contract, and we're probably not going to be able to.
Why he wants out of Tampa is because he wants a contract. So,
but is this Montez Sweat's last year in his contract, or I think he still got one more year after this year? I believe he's still got one more year.
That's a good question. It may be one of those things where he still have one more year, but he's extremely cuttable after next season. So maybe it's
not going to affect. I mean, yeah.
So, which is a lot of guys.
Yeah, agreed. I agree with that.
I still, and you all can feel how you feel. I still feel we should have got Keldrick Falk at the end of the first round and just drafted McNeil Warren in the second round.
I mean, I hear you. I mean,
no.
it would be interesting to see how the rest of the team would have shaped up there. If you draft McNeil Warren, you probably don't have the same flexibility as you do with Dylan Thieneman and whatnot, as far as moving him and Kobe in and out of the box, at certain times and stuff. So
we don't know if you really have it now.
I mean, I feel like the way that those players are, how they were used in college and whatnot, like they feel like that's how they're going to use them. I'd be surprised if Dennis Allen doesn't use them in that sort of way, because they almost feel like identical players. We've seen Kobe do that with Seattle at times and whatnot. So if I'm guesstimating, and like I said, time will tell, that's how I feel like he's going to try and disguise his defenses going, this season. But
I get it, but they're like McNeil. The difference between Caleb Downs and Dylan Thieneman rating wise was like this. The difference between McNeil Warren and Thieneman was like that. So it's like one is 6'4", runs a traditional ball hawking 4-5 safety. The other one is a 4-3 speed safety that's 6 foot. Like,
oh yeah, I mean,
I think that's going to be a deadly combination, those two at safety.
Yeah,
I honestly don't think it will
be a deadly combination.
I think that's going to come back to bite us in the ass. I really do.
I think Falk's not even going to give you 8 sacks next year or this year. Who drafted Falk again? I know I forgot. I'm trying to remember who drafted him.
Did he go to Miami?
I don't think it was Miami.
No, I don't think it was Miami. I don't know if it was.
Help us in the chat, guys. Where did Falk get drafted to? I know he got drafted. What, like 28? I think he went. He went in the late in the first round.
Chargers or Tennessee.
Yeah, one of those two does kind of sound familiar.
Let me see if I can find it real quick here. So, but who do you guys think will win the starting spot with the number 2 cornerback position between Stevenson, Terrell Smith, and the rookie, like
Muhammad?
Yeah. Like, I guess, who do you think and who do you hope wins it? I should say.
I kind of want my experiment with Stevenson to be done, get his ass out of here, and I'd rather Muhammad start there, in my opinion.
Well, he's not going anywhere, but yeah,
he's not going anywhere. Well, unless they trade him for some unforeseen.
Tyreek has just been an absolute disappointment since he made that one crucial mistake. And I think he would go, like, after he made that mistake, he finished off the season horrible. Last year, he would have a good game and then he'd have 3 bad ones. Like, he was just so inconsistent. And it's just clear as day Dennis Allen does not like him.
He went to Tennessee, just so you know. Falk. Yeah,
Tennessee.
He might do some good things in Tennessee because they got a good defensive front to put him.
Yeah, they're going to pair him with Jeffrey Simmons, too.
Yeah, okay, I'm taking back that 8 sacks. He might be giving you at least 8 sacks for sure when he's got that type of people.
No, Frank. We already marked the tape.
Hey, we did not shake on it.
No, bullshit. You didn't see that shake? You're going to take back the shake now, Frank? Really?
What?
I'm just.
I got to shake. JB's down there.
Yeah.
So Dante's saying Tyreek Stevenson, he thinks is going to win.
It's going to be Tyreek's job to lose.
It's definitely his to lose.
It's going to be his to lose. He might start there week 1. I just don't think by, say, week 3 that he's going to have that spot solidified. Because, I mean, there were times where he was healthy and Dennis Allen was not playing. It might not be Dennis Allen. It might be our what's his name? Everyone, the
Al Harris.
Al Harris, thank you. Might be Al Harris's call. Maybe Al Harris doesn't like him. Like, because he was healthy a few times and he did not play because they trusted Wright more than they did Stevenson.
But you know what? That was kind of weird too, because remember, Jalen Johnson was out. So I'm not going to say they necessarily wanted to start Nahshon Wright.
Oh, bravo, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Bravo, no.
Go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish, JP, what you're saying real quick, and then we'll get to the heartache that happened with Frank the Tank here.
I just think
y'all killing me with this.
Wow. Real quick so I can get to Frank. I just think Terrell Smith, I would like to see what he does because when he was playing, I saw good things, and I would like to see him get a shot. But it is predicated too. If Kyler Gordon is hurt, who's going to the nickel? Muhammad, Smith, like which one is going?
I think Muhammad actually
traditional 4-3. Like Dennis.
If I'm not mistaken, though, Muhammad had a lot of time in college where he did play nickel. Like he does know nickel.
That might be as fast.
But I think Muhammad's a better corner than he is a nickel. But
yeah, I know.
We just pray to the football gods that they figure out this Kyler Gordon situation, and you just don't have these nagging little injuries constantly happening to him every single time he hits the field or does any tough sort of workout.
But like you said, it did seem like one thing led to another, which it seems like to be a common trope to where if a guy has a hamstring injury, it turns into a calf injury and stuff, and then vice versa or whatnot. Any kind of leg injury, all of a sudden, later on, once you get that healed, all of a sudden you have something else wrong with the leg, another soft tissue injury, somewhere else. So
that's true, Dante. I was thinking, like, I knew he had done something twice that was really stupid, and I couldn't remember. I was like, did he drop a pick? That was something he did, but that's where Kevin Byard was like, no, dude, get yourself back in order.
I remember where the Byard one. Yeah, I remember that.
He didn't learn nothing. Then that's kind of I'm sure
he's a wild
coaches are kind of like, really, like.
He's a skilled player, but ever since all that happened to him, I feel like he just lost his composure because he was a dog. And I know we always love saying that here for any of our Chicago sports guys that have those dogs, but
sure.
it's just like he's lost that now. Like he's just playing safe now. He's afraid to make a mistake now, and he's getting lit up pretty much most of the time when he's doing it that way.
Yeah, I mean, once you get chewed out like that and make a big fuck up on national TV like that, that's a lot of egg in your face to try and wipe off and kind of pretend like it ain't there and whatnot. So, I mean, and I think if that was the case, like how you said with that happened again with where Bayer had to straighten him out, yeah, that could have been the last straw for the coaches to where you really put a bad taste in their mouth. It's bad enough you do it once. It's horrible that you have to have your peers there remind you and kind of, virtually kind of slap you around the fucking field to kind of wake you up and being like, dude, like, did you not learn anything the last time that you did something similar? Like, are you trying to prove like that was a fluke and you could do it again and get away with it? Like doing something careless like that again? So
I hope not, but I really just feel, and I know like we tease in the chat about like Madden ratings, and sometimes Pro Football Focus gets it right, and sometimes they just say some stuff absurd. But you counting, we just basically said Tyreek Stevenson is a head case. We hope Jalen Johnson's back 100% healthy, but this is his last year where he's going to cost us anyway. Then we got a rookie that we are hoping is a sensation, but we don't know just yet. We got to let him play first.
Right.
And then we have a Super Bowl winning safety who are like, oh, we got this guy. But then when you dig a little deeper, he's ranked 45 out of 98 safeties. Like he's just dead in the middle. He's just average. So it's like, where does all
Wait,
this?
you're talking about Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Yeah. But
So
I mean, like I can't put that, like I look at that and it's just like you have him on a stacked Seattle Seahawks team. They always put up, like they always don't, like, I mean, we all beloved Mongo McMichael. He never got the recognition that he needed because he was on a stacked team.
True.
And I feel the same way with Kobe Bryant. Like Kobe Bryant in flashes was phenomenal in Seattle.
But then you're saying
no,
but what you're saying, Frank, is what I said about Devin Bush. You're banking on somebody who had the number 1 or 2 whatever defense in the league, and him looking like that.
You're not wrong.
Coming here with nothing of the sorts in front of him, and he's supposed to replicate the same production.
But I think when it comes down to Bush, though, you also got to look at the intangibles that he has, and he's a speedster. When you have a linebacker who's a speedster who can get sideline to sideline, and he can tackle too, like the biggest question mark with him is going to be coverage. We really don't know how good he's going to be in coverage because
he's actually supposed to be known for a coverage linebacker. But again,
he's got the speed. He just doesn't have the size.
He's 5'11", but it's easier to cover and get those type of things when you have Myles Garrett and the kid from Michigan in front of you just creating all sorts of havoc.
But I mean, all these people were ripping our linebackers this year when they didn't have the numbers that they usually had or expected them to be that much better. Because we didn't have a front four.
I urge everybody to look. Tremaine Edmonds had about the same numbers that he did since he's been here. Tremaine Edmonds was not the problem.
Tremaine Edmonds was not the problem. The only problem of Tremaine Edmonds was this year he was $19.5 million.
You're just making too much.
That was the problem for Tremaine Edmonds. That was the only. We would not have got rid of Tremaine Edmonds if it wasn't for. In my case, we would not have gotten rid of DJ Moore if it wasn't $28 million. Like it's unfortunate that the salary cap hurts you like that.
Hey, we live in a world.
We made those stupid decisions like a Deo and giving that freaking guy, $16-17 million to play 4 games. We made bad decisions that had to have us unload some good players because of it.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point they earned the money, but again, it wasn't that too long ago when we were complaining about giving Roquan 20, yet we give another guy 19 and a half. So cut your nose to spite your face every time.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand. I still, to this day, understand why we got rid of Roquan is because we weren't ready to give a max deal for a rebuilding crap team.
Which isn't that what we just basically did, though?
For who? For Edmonds? Well, I mean, for Tremaine Edmonds, it was only like $14-15 million for the first 2 years of his contract. Now you're getting the heavy loading of like $18.5–19 million a year for the last 2 years.
Still, eventually it was going to happen.
We knew it was going to happen. We just unfortunately were hoping that we would have been somewhere else, but you had to give us Matt Eberflus.
But to literally look at all these optimistic endeavors that we have right now, but when you really put pen to paper and you do it's like, man, did we really improve? The only thing I say that we really have, our line is probably the best that we've ever had in these rebuilding years, minus Braxton Jones. But
sorry, Bravo.
Having Joe Thuney, great.
Yeah.
Having
even Jonah Jackson played good. I mean, I was hoping
he played good. He played good. You know, Darnell Wright, hopefully we can keep him. Garrett Bradbury should be solid. Huh?
I thought we extended Darnell Wright, didn't we?
Not yet.
No,
we have not. He has not got a new contract as of
really.
Yeah. No, he's one of the guys due to get a new contract.
Yeah, before the season's over. This is his last year.
Yeah. So, yeah, nothing's broken with Wright. But speaking of Braxton, I know we had a comment that came in with that kind of set you off there, Frank. So I'm guessing. Obviously, you told us before you're really not thrilled with having Braxton there, but I mean, it's they did it the same kind of thing both on the offensive end and the defensive side with the edge positions, to where they just
the only reason Braxton Jones is still here is because we lost our offensive tackle.
Ozzie.
When we lost Ozzie, that was the reason Braxton Jones got another contract, just a 1-year contract. Because he knows the system, he's experienced. But am I looking forward to a year starting with Braxton Jones? No. Like, I mean, to answer that question, like, it's just
hell no to the no, hell to the no,
hell to the no.
Like, I mean, like, is he going to be better? He probably will be, in my opinion, because you have Ben Johnson as your coach, and he does know how to help that. But shit, man, you couldn't get me a freaking lineman in the draft. You couldn't even go out and get a reasonable one in free agency. Like, I think Braxton Jones is going to start, but it's because you got nobody else. Like, and I know a lot of people come and he's like, well, put Joe Thuney there. I was like, I don't want to put Joe Thuney there. Like, Joe Thuney is one of the best guards in football. I don't want to change that. Because when you keep moving people around like that, that's where injuries start happening. And we can't lose Joe Thuney. We cannot. So you're asking me if I'd rather have Braxton Jones at left tackle over Joe Thuney? I probably would say yes, because I think Braxton Jones is actually going to be better being next to Joe Thuney, because it's going to take a little off of him as well. And you did at least go out and get a blocking tight end, right, JB?
But then who would you put to replace Thuney at guard then?
I don't want Thuney to go at guard.
Well,
that's I want him staying at guard, yeah. But I mean, honestly, the Amagaji probably would be a better guard.
That's probably who he should be, a guard.
Yes,
but
that's a name I damn near forgot about was on the team still. You know what I mean? So like,
I mean, I didn't forget about him, but again, in typical Bears fashion, we drafted somebody injured from the start, as far as on the line. Well, Nate Davis didn't want to play football. For some reason, Sam Mustipher left us and actually got serviceable.
Became something with the Ravens.
Hey, King Bravo, if I send you the link, will you come on the show and please explain to me what you like about Braxton?
Why don't you like?
I understand what
he doesn't like those small legs.
And I'm not trying to put you in the spot. I just really want to know. I've never actually heard somebody give the benefit of a doubt to Braxton Jones before. I've never heard that. And like, this is the thing. Do I agree with you in saying he never had any help? Yes, I do agree with you in that, but he was never a good, he was what, a 6th round pick, if I'm not mistaken? He had one major weakness since the day one that we've drafted him. And that is his lower body is weak. He gets bull rushed like nobody's business. He has not improved that through 4 years. He is still horrible at that. And when you go up against somebody like a freaking Flores in Minnesota twice a year, and you have Braxton Jones as your starting left tackle. I'm Caleb Williams. I'm being like, I think I tweaked my ankle. I don't want to play today.
But there's other people, right, that have crap for lines, but like look at all those years that like a Lomas Brown or a Jackie Slater was like the best left tackle, and they had nothing else on the line, but they were able to do their job really, really well. So I don't want to hear that he's not good because of who he doesn't have around him. You can still be good individually at your position. And when you get bull rushed and speed rushed, like sometimes people, and this is what I don't like as Bears fans. Sometimes just because we drafted them or picked them up, we have to automatically like them and think they're good. Braxton Jones is just average. That's what
I don't even know if I can. I mean, I can maybe give average. I think Braxton Jones probably would be a better swing tackle than he would be a starting left tackle. Am I upset with him being a backup if somebody comes out and he has to come in and fill a spot for a couple weeks or something? No, I'm not even upset about that. But to have him as your starting left tackle to a team that we're at least a lot of people are expecting high expectations for this year, I don't see it.
I'm going to ask two questions. First question is this.
Did you mean to knock yourself out there?
No, I didn't. I accidentally hit the.
Oh, yeah. I was just like, I saw you backstage, and I'm like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, no, yeah, I clicked out. But go ahead. But yeah, John, the link's in the chat there. So by all means, go ahead and hit that link, and we'll get you on.
And Nate and Sam were already bad players too. Braxton was bad too. We didn't have any good players.
Well, Nate Davis was pretty good in Buffalo.
Yeah, until he just lost interest in football.
He just lost interest in football. He didn't want to play football anymore.
From what having that life, having his mother situation there, that's something completely understandable.
It took it all out of him.
No, 1,000%. I was just about to say that. Yeah. And which that happens to just people in general, where they lose their mom or their dad and whatnot, and it's just they don't have the same joy and whatnot and things that they used to. So I mean, and you can't blame him for that. If his heart wasn't in it, then playing in a game like this and your heart's not in it, you're only going to get yourself or someone else hurt. So it's better off just going off into the sunset. You made a decent amount of money, and
right. And think of it. Have we heard Nate Davis's name since?
I don't think I have at all. I think one team brought him in for a tryout and he didn't make the team. They just said, nope, bye.
Yeah.
He was probably freaking, bench pressing chocolate eclairs.
He was doing 12-ounce curls. That's what he was doing. I need a spotter. I need a spotter.
Chugging the boot.
But yeah, no.
This is the thing. I do feel Braxton is going to be your starter day one. I don't know how long it's going to last, but am I scared about that? I'm most certain. Do I hope I am wrong? Well, I 100% hope I'm wrong, and I hope he comes out and has a monster year with Ben Johnson at the realm. But I mean, hearing like Ben likes him, I don't think I've ever heard Ben Johnson say anything positive really about Braxton Jones. I could be wrong on that, but I guess he's never really said anything negative either.
At this point in time, they're not going to say, and people can say how surly Ben Johnson is, or he's going to tell the truth. No, they're not. None of these people are going to tell the truth, except
all of them lie. I mean,
a Harbaugh might tell the truth because he just don't give a damn.
Yeah. They all lie to kind of cover their own asses. Every single one.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Everybody's good right now. Unfortunately, we like this guy. We had to cut him. Blah 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 blah.
Right. It's a numbers game. It was a numbers game, folks.
Yeah. I even like read or I was listening to. I forgot who it was in the interview. I think it was Poles who were saying, "Well, Kyler Gordon's been with us in off season all year here in Chicago. We've been trying to figure it out." And I'm here on record right now, guys. It is a fucking lie. He has not been in Chicago once.
No,
not once.
Our
and I know this.
Sources tell us that Yeah.
It's ridiculous. He's been in California. He's been in Seattle training with the Legion of Doom's coach. He's been in Vegas training with an like an aerobics type thing, trying to get flexible and not have any issue. He's been all over. He's been in Miami, going through all sorts of training type things. But they said he was in Chicago like this entire time. And I'm like, no, he wasn't. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Where's that one?
Damn.
Damn it. I should have thought of that before I even said that. No, you're not. Oh, damn it. We have too much shit on here, man. Now I just blew it. I'm not going to play it now.
Yeah, you killed the moment.
Yeah, I did absolutely kill the moment.
Hey, keep an eye out for John if he.
I see him. I don't see a picture yet, John. So I see device not connected. I'm going to wait until I see that picture of you.
Put it in the private chat if you don't have a picture. Maybe he's just going to be a voice person. But
yeah. Let us know in the private chat, John, if you're ready and you want to just come in with the voice, which that's fine too.
So let me ask you guys this: is there any other camp battles besides the DN, the on tackle and defensive end and tackle that you're kind of keeping an eye on or watching? I know we talked about cornerback already, but I know me personally, one of the ones that I'm going to be watching is who takes the wide receiver 3 spot.
You?
Wait, wide receiver 3?
I'm even thinking wide receiver 2.
Oh. I mean,
Rome obviously has 2 going into camp. It's his to lose, but I mean, at the same time, I'm hoping we hear good things out of him for that.
So well, by default, yeah, right. But by default, doesn't that kind of have to go to? Well, no,
Khalif Raymond. I'm thinking.
That's what I'm saying, but then I was like, well, he might be the kick turner. But then the new kid. But then
Thomas.
But then
that's what I'm saying.
But what do you do with Jade Walker though?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's
a good one.
Other one that I'm kind of looking at, because there's a lot of intriguing pieces that were, if any one of those 3 guys that you said won it, I'm like, all right. I mean, I guess they proved what they had to prove in camp and shit. I mean, so I'm intrigued to see who takes that 3rd spot in receivers spot.
Pros and cons, if you will.
Okay.
Khalif Raymond knows the system.
Yep.
But never has really been a guy. Right?
But is that because of the bigger names ahead of him in the wide receiver spot?
Yeah. Kirk, you didn't went to the bottom of the ocean with me on this one. I got to think a little more because because you figure in Detroit, it was what? Amon St. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jameson Williams for sure.
There was, I think, somebody even before them.
Yeah, I see we have another one in the background. I'm guessing he switched to a different name, Bear Down Bravo.
Okay.
But Khalif Raymond is small, though, too.
He must be having issues.
He's small, Crook.
He is small, but he's got
Xavier Thomas is small, too, though. He's only, like 5'10"?
That's true.
He's faster, more of a gadget guy, for sure. But,
Khalif Raymond only 5'8".
So Jade is the taller one out of there. What, 6'3"?
Jade like 6'3", 6'4". Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather have Walker being your number 3, at least going into camp.
I would think,
seeing what he did when we needed him, I think it's his spot to lose at 3. And then the other little speedsters are going to be like your 4. It's not like we're not going to run 4 wide receivers every once in a while. So Ben Johnson switches things
and Khalif Raymond been in the league a minute too.
Right.
Yeah. A little longer than a minute.
He's an 8-year veteran, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that, 7 years.
I think longer. I remember him with the Giants and the Titans before he went to the on the video game. Before he went to the Lions.
He's been in the league that long. Shit, goddamn.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, look it up real quick because I'm just going off of what I remember off the video game, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, he had like some speed or something, but he's not young.
Okay.
And you can have but then again, because see, I was gonna say you can have Luther on the outside on one side, Jade on the outside on the other side, and dare I say Rome in the slot, but then if I look at what,
I don't know if Rome's a slot guy though. Like,
could be. He's more of a route runner. I think he's more of an outside guy than he is a slot guy.
That's
Luther is actually better as a slot guy than Rome would.
Caleb did enjoy having Keenan Allen in the slot.
He did. I remember that. That is true. And Keenan Allen never really had the speed either.
Right. But he ran hella good routes.
Yeah, but I mean, Rome is a very good route runner in my opinion too. But I'm just hoping he fixed, those hands because.
Well, remember, he also said himself that this is his new 100% dealing with the foot issue.
Correct.
Possibly having to put that metal plate in the shoe now. Some people used to do that and stuff. I don't really want to. I just saw that metric, 7 of 20 on contested catches when contested catches was his thing coming out of Washington.
Yeah. Damn, JB. So you're right. Came in the league 2016.
Oh, so that's 10 years.
Yeah. 10 years. Started with Denver, Giants, Tennessee for 2 years, and then Detroit.
He's been around.
I forgot about the Giants. Yeah, I said, what I say, New York. It was the Giants.
Yeah, you did. So the Giants, but the Denver drafted him, I guess, or
Denver drafted him. Okay, yeah. See, I didn't even remember that far.
So yeah, I mean, he's been in the league for a minute, and like you said, yeah, he's 5'9".
He's a good route runner though, and he knows the system.
So
I didn't have a problem getting somebody that knows the system. It just makes it easier.
Agree. And Ben Johnson's system is not an easy system, so knowing the system is a benefit.
But also, you didn't get somebody that was prevalent in his system. You just got somebody that worked in the system.
I would have loved an offensive lineman from his system, just saying.
So Xavier Thomas is around the same, 5'10", 190. So, yeah. And Jade.
Yeah, the dude run like a 4.2, don't he?
Goes 6, yeah. Yeah, Jade's the one that's got the height. It would be interesting to see if they do experiment and put Rome in the slot position. That would really.
I honestly think Ben Johnson's just has a perfect opportunity to gadget and just move our receivers all over the place. You're going to see Luther in the slot. You're going to see Rome in the slot. You're going to see freaking Loveland in the freaking slot. Like, I mean, he is going to switch things up, and defenses are not going to know what to do in that type.
I just saw Justin Jefferson in the slot.
I remember that, yeah.
Like it. I don't think there's. Well, you know how you say about positionless basketball. There's a thing to positionless football with the wide receivers. You're no longer just an X or just a Y or just a Z unless you're a specialist. But does Rome can't be your number one? I'm sorry, he can't.
I know Caleb wants him to be your number one. But and I don't want Caleb thinking like that. I'd rather Caleb going into off season knowing that you do not have a number one. All right, spread the damn ball around. That's what I want. There is no number one on this team. You got a few 2 1Bs if that's the case. You have no 1A. Like I think Luther Burden is the future wide receiver of this team.
Okay, so that's where I was going to go, but. Don't you kind of have to put Luther in the spotlight now? Like,
yes, he is going to be in this. Him and Rome are going to be the two guys.
I mean, there's the starter, bar none.
Yeah.
But your focal point, if Ben Johnson brings anything from Detroit and you have a mirror image of one side of the receiver wall where you say you have Luther Burden being
good old Ezra.
If you say Luther Burden is like the Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you say Colston Loveland is like the Sam Laporta.
Yeah, that's what he wants it to be for sure.
But Rome is not Jameson Williams by any stretch of the
We don't have a Jameson Williams.
Yeah. You do. He's just short. It's Xavier Thomas.
Then he's not a Jameson Williams, unfortunately. He's like a mini Jameson.
He's like Jameson Williams light. That's what
the mini me of Jameson.
He's just Jameson Wills.
But Jameson,
he doesn't get the full.
You don't get the sun, right?
Right. So,
but I mean, at the same time, I think Luther Burden can also be I'm not going to say a James. I mean, he's got speed. Luther's got some burst.
Well, that's why I said he's more like
he's got a little bit of everything.
Like give him the 100 catches, please.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the thing. You have Luther who's got speed. You have Luther who can go up and jump the ball. You got Luther who runs good routes, and you got Luther who's a monster blocker. Like The sky's the limit for
he was definitely catching some people on
the block. I remember those blocks
like
that he was having on tight ends and tackles. He was killing it.
I like the Luther Burden pickup way more than I like the Odunze pickup.
Like, I do too.
Tons.
Like I don't think anybody expected Luther Burden to be there for us in the second round. Like nobody expected that. Everybody was saying he was a first round talent. The fact that he slipped to the second round for us was just amazing.
Yeah, the value has definitely shifted. If he's my thing was
Ben's guy too, to be honest.
But if you remember, we had that first, what was it, the first 6 to 7 games where Burden and Loveland weren't even getting targeted. It was, or DJ, it was roam, a little bit commit, roam, Swift. Yep. And then when Rome got hurt, Caleb became a more efficient quarterback. No, let me not say efficient, a more judicious quarterback with disseminating the ball.
He was forced to expand his horizons for sure.
His vision,
yes,
opened up for sure. But I don't want old bad habits to come back. Like let old school football. Let Luther Burden be Michael Irvin, and let Rome Odunze be Alvin Harper or some shit like that. Like,
yeah. I mean,
yeah, I agree. Like Luther is the guy. Like he's like, let him.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, I didn't even catch that when you said that. I mean, he was not Ben Johnson's guy. He was Eberflus's guy. Rome Odunze. Yes. I mean, technically, he was Caleb Williams' guy.
Technically, he was Pole's guy.
Not technically, you could say Poles as well. Yeah, yes. You could say Poles as well. I was going to say Caleb Williams wanted him to, though. I mean,
correct.
That was clear as day. Like they were.
We know he did, but fellas. Who takes the fall for Rome Odunze if he doesn't pan out?
Poles.
100% it's
Poles. Do you think different?
Are you thinking Caleb?
Then I don't think Poles should be. I don't think he should be overly scrutinized because he got someone who his franchise quarterback wanted.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Because you kind of like, that's kind of like how the world of sports is now. Like if the star player wants a guy,
yeah,
they go get or try their best to get that guy, right?
But I mean, we can't hate on somebody for striking out. Like if he strikes out, we're Bears fans. We've been seeing these horrible freaking draft picks for decades. Like, but and I understand what you're saying. It was clear as day that's who Caleb wanted was Rome Odunze. Do I wish another wide receiver slipped to us instead of Rome Odunze? Yes. But I mean, it's still, we can't say Rome Odunze is like he's a bust. He's done. Like, I mean, this was a big off season for him. I really want to see what he does the start of the season because I do feel he is a very good route runner. He does get open off of his good route running, but if he doesn't catch the freaking ball with his hands and limit the drop passes, it's not going to matter.
So real quick, is he a really good route runner?
He's a good route runner. I feel like when I watch, he's a good route runner.
I remember the Rams game to where he didn't get his first catch until that third down miraculous drop in the bucket that came because he couldn't get open.
And maybe that was because he was still dealing with his foot stuff. Who knows? At that point, I mean, I get it at this point. Like it's one of those things where the fans there, in a sense, where we don't want to hear it. Don't go on the field if you're not fucking healthy and whatnot. But at the players thing, I don't want to miss.
We don't want LeBron James's here though.
No, not only that, but
we don't want that
players' perspective. I ain't trying to miss any more game checks. I'm hearing all the static from the crowd and whatnot. I'm hearing the pressure from the coaches to get back on the field. So it's all one of those things where I'm not 100, but I'm good enough to play, and get through this game and whatnot. So
yeah, you want
Ezra, no, my man. No. And I understand what you're saying. The first 5 weeks, he was targeted like 14 times a game. The first 5 weeks, he led the NFL in drop passes in the first 5 weeks. Like, he looked good statistically because of his numbers, because Caleb was force-feeding him the ball. He was not throwing it to anybody else. The best thing, and I think everybody on this panel agrees with me, the best thing that happened to Caleb Williams last year was Rome Odunze getting hurt. Because when Rome Odunze got hurt, he started spreading the ball, and you found a Luther Burden. You found a Loveland. DJ Moore showed up and started making big catches.
He built more confidence with those guys.
Zacchaeus started making some big slot catches. The moment Rome went down, Caleb shined. And that's what changed our season. Rome doesn't go down. Guess what? We don't have the same record last year.
1,000% for sure. What the other thing I want to say real quick before I forgot is when you're talking about JB polls appealing to Caleb and whatnot, I agree, and I think for sure is part of the reason why you're drafting Rome is because you want to do everything you can to keep this kid interested in Chicago. Considering at the beginning of the draft, he was almost talking about debating on whether or not to draw a line in the sand, saying, no, I'm not going to Chicago. So, I mean, after getting through that bridge and getting through that hurdle with him, now you're like, oh, would Rome make you happy? Or you're hearing through him, you know, it'd be really awesome if we could get Rome. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, kid, you know, whatever it's going to take to get you here. If we can get him, then yeah, you know, if he's there, we'll get him. So it's one of those things to where you're polls almost doing everything you can, completely rolling out the red carpet, saying what you have to say to get the kid here and want him to stay here.
But okay, I live in a world where if you, I know y'all hate when I say that, but
can I be in that world?
Please come on and take this ride with me.
Come on down.
Okay, if you go back to the 2024 draft, when you draft Caleb Williams #1, at 9, what if you just drafted Brock Bowers instead? Then last year, instead of drafting Loveland, you draft Fashanu or Falatu, one of the better offensive tackles. Guys. Right?
And you still get Burden in the second.
And you still get Burden in the second, right? So, like,
shut up, JB. That makes too much sense.
They didn't.
Yeah, they may have mishandled that type.
Fair point, Ezra. I am going to agree with you on that. I do, and JB, and I'm agreeing with Ezra on this. Rome does have very good route running. Like, he knows how to get separation, and he's got solid speed as well. So he knows how to get separation, but too many times where he lets that ball hit him in the chest because he doesn't put out.
I don't think he's a bum as a route runner.
I never said he's an elite route runner, but he is a good route runner who's just going to get better at route running.
If you watch him, he rounds his routes a lot, maybe because he's a taller guy that doesn't break down and get in.
But Caleb sees those routes, and Caleb does feed him the ball a lot, and Caleb does hit him right in the chest a lot too. And unfortunately, Rome just has it bounce off of his chest.
I would have rather had Brock Bowers and Luther Burden and an offensive or a defensive end.
I would have too, but at the same time,
that is very, very interesting that you said that, though, because
you didn't have the offensive coaching mindset.
Agreed.
Now, that's part of the reason why you did it. Had you had hired Ben Johnson as you should have a year earlier, then that
maybe. But I mean, at the same time, like that is a good question. Like, who is going to be that better tight end, that higher ceiling, a Brock Bowers or a Colson Loveland? Because
Brock Bowers was a Pro Bowler his rookie year.
And I understand that, but I mean, frankly, I can give two shits about Pro Bowl because we had a Mitch Trubisky make the freaking Pro Bowl.
Well,
so I really don't care about the Pro Bowl. But I'm not saying Bowers is a bum. Bowers is awesome, but Bowers just had a very, very injury-prone season. But at the same time, like I like what we got in Loveland. I'd rather have an offensive lineman.
JB, we would almost be in a similar situation because we already had Komet at that time too. So if drafting Bowers, you'd kind of be like, "Damn, you drafting Bowers like a tight end when you're
I'm going off of what
we're worried about. Shamar, nothing new.
What they would have done too, because what is the dude's name that only lasted 7 games? The offensive coordinator.
Waldron, Shane Waldron.
He in Seattle, one of the things he was known for was a lot of 12 personnel. with Noah Fant and Will Disley at tight end. So they would have eventually had to get the second tight end anyway. So
I got to give a shout outs to the comments. Like, I mean, people are actually calling Roman Dunze his dad. Okay, Pops, thanks for that. So, like, they're now acknowledging you as Roman Dunze.
I mean, he warn us a lot. Yeah, he keeps it real with the son. I don't know if he says it.
He speaks the truth.
Hey, I was just about to say that, Ezra. I was about to piss Frank off and say, hey, Shedeur Sanders has more Pro Bowls than Caleb Williams.
Oh,
you're not wrong. That would have been a great proof of my point comment.
Shedeur and Mitch are both Pro Bowlers.
I know, and Caleb wasn't.
Both alternate motherfuckers too. Like we know how.
That is a good question. Why didn't Caleb make the Pro Bowl? I don't know that one.
Shedeur had more like interceptions than touchdowns, and he still made the Pro Bowl. You know how many people declined at that QB position for it to like roll all the way down to Shedeur? But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I hope Caleb does get that goddamn Pro Bowl so he can stop saying that shit though. That's for a damn sure to get that monkey off his back. So.
I mean, but they only take 3, so it's a good chance he might not make it next year either. Hell, he was the 32nd ranked quarterback in.
He could be an alternate, JB. Like
Caleb Williams would look really good in flag
Trubisky was and whatnot. So if he gets in as an alternate, that still counts because you're counting Trubisky's.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, clearly in the NFC, if you made it, you went. Clearly, like,
right. So. Oh, okay. So you're saying you're not going to give him the Pro Bowl nod if he like gets the nomination, but says, "I ain't going because we're in the playoffs," type of shit, or do you still be like, okay,
I mean, it's not me that gives him the nod. I mean, it's the people that vote. Because when you look up his statistics in his resume, it's gonna say he didn't make the Pro Bowl. It's not gonna say he made the Pro Bowl but elected not to go.
Well, I mean, listen. This is where I'm going to throw this out there. Darnell Wright did not make the Pro Bowl, but he made the second All Madden team. I would much rather have a second All Madden team than a freaking
or an All Pro.
Or yeah. Like okay. I'd rather have that. The Pro Bowl is a
All Pro team tends to normally be better
than a Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl, but then depending on your fanfare, it flips because Lamar Jackson was the quarterback, the Pro Bowl. I mean, the All-Pro quarterback in 2024, but Josh Allen was the MVP. And remember, Lamar had almost 5,000 yards, total yardage, 41 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Nobody's ever done that, ever. Yeah. So it becomes a popularity contest.
It does. I mean, in a way. I mean, I think the Pro Bowl definitely is more of a popularity contest than the All-Pro team.
But then why wouldn't Caleb Williams make the Pro Bowl if you want popularity? Like that I didn't really understand. But.
Because look at the quarterbacks in the NFC that he's going against. You're going against Stafford.
Yeah.
Stafford went to a Super Bowl. He wouldn't have participated in the Pro Bowl.
But you're going against Purdy. You're going against Baker.
Purdy is a flag football quarterback.
You're going against Love. Love. Next year, I expect an improvement from Jackson Dart.
You're going against Jaden Daniels normally.
Jalen Hurts.
Right.
Like, those are guys that normally are not making the Super Bowl, so they're going to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. I mean,
that can be a Pro Bowl quarterback every year.
So.
That can be a Pro Bowl quarterback every year. That he's not hurt because he's got numbers,
Yeah, no, I mean, granted, and what helps those numbers is having the weapons that he has around him for sure. So I mean,
absolutely. Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Jared Goff. Now you got to deal with Sam Darnold. Shit.
yeah, who's a Pro Bowl winning quarterback now? So I shouldn't say
Super Bowl, right?
Super Bowl
so it just. Like you only take 3.
It's competition for sure.
Yeah, but I don't really consider a lot of those people popularity type things like flag football is. There's a reason why Caleb Williams is on the freaking Madden cover is because of popularity.
But
I'm not mad that he didn't make the Pro Bowl. I can care less because the last thing I want is when any of my starting players tweaking a knee or something like that playing freaking flag football.
True, but
unless they're going to start making the Pro Bowl kind of like what the hockey did with the Four Nations, we just beat the hell out of people.
But there's some merit to that. There's some merit to say that you're a Pro Bowler. Like there's clauses.
Trubisky has a lot to say about that.
There's clauses in people's contracts for being an All-Pro and a Pro Bowler.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Johnny Manziel his first year was a runner-up for the Pro Bowl? I don't think he made it, but
I mean, and that wouldn't surprise me either, because just because of what he did off the field. You become more popular doing shit off the field than you do on the field with some of these guys.
You need to reach out to Johnny Manziel and see if we can get him on the show.
I'm happy he's straightened his shit out and stuff.
Dang, Al, that's what you on?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
I mean, he did get hurt a lot.
Great season, 17 games.
He did get hurt a lot last year, though.
Dang.
He's basically saying, don't wear that bullshit ass T-shirt again, JB. Around
that could be.
I'm a poster.
That could be. Maybe. Al Bundy's actually my neighbor. Maybe I'll tell him to come over here.
Jared Cough. Yeah, no, I mean, he ain't coughing up no footballs or anything like that. So he's
Bundy,
been one of the more reliable quarterbacks. So.
I mean, but we talking about a person that's thrown for 4,000 yards multiple times, 30 touchdowns multiple times. The man can play football. Shoot.
Yeah, no, for 1,000%. I ain't stubbing my nose at him. I mean, the dudes.
Are we talking about Jared Goff?
Yeah,
yeah.
I think the guys.
I have more respect for him than I do Jordan Love.
And that's fine. But again, Jordan Love is somebody that's thrown 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns.
Agreed.
We never have. So it's still.
Not yet. We're getting there.
Caleb never had. The Bears never had.
I said we. I just say Caleb. I said we.
Well.
We never had.
Yeah, but I mean,
these guys.
And I understand that. And Jordan Love was actually given a coach when he came into the league. We had.
Yeah. That does matter. Like one guy said.
Big Dante.
The super
Dante,
chat.
we appreciate the super chat, man. Who will be your that is a good question. Who would be your surprise cut this camp? I'm thinking it'll probably be TJ Edwards, huh? Oh.
That's tough, Dante.
I mean, he did say a surprise cut. That would be a surprise.
I would be interesting to see how that would look like money-wise, number-wise, like cutting him, how much dead cap.
He doesn't make a lot of money.
He was one of the lower tier.
Yeah, he does not make a lot of money.
Yeah.
That would be surprising just because we're not super stacked at that position. So, yeah, that would definitely be a surprising one. I think a surprise cut for me would be someone on the offensive line, maybe like like one of the tackles, I think, would be a surprise cut, like a Bennett, I think, if he didn't.
Bennett, I think you have to keep him with the uncertainty of what you get out of Braxton Jones, and we don't know what Jedrick Wills is, but a bust so far.
Correct. So that would be my surprise if he didn't make the team. I was like, damn, really?
I would probably have to say, and I'd hate to say it because I always loved him, Jack Sanborn might be a surprise cut since he knows the Bears. But, I mean, I just don't see where he's fitting into this team. But I'm also thinking, like, we still got Pickens on the team, don't we?
No. Zach Pickens is gone.
No, yeah, he was gone last season, I believe.
Was he last season?
He didn't make camp. He was gone last season. He was one of the guys that I was thinking could be a camp casualty, like not making.
I'll tell you. Let me tell you why it's not Sandberg.
2.3 against the cap.
Because those occasions where Dennis Allen goes back to his Saints roots and he runs a traditional 4-3. I think you have to have Sanborn because he's your best tackler.
Say that again, JB. I got distracted by the comment there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I fixed it for you, Brian. Is this better?
Can we get for the Packer fan? That's for the Packer fan there.
Go ahead,
JB. Sorry.
I don't think you get rid of Sanborn because when Dennis Allen goes to the traditional 4-3, which he can do a lot more with the uncertainty of that nickel position, Sanborn is your best tackler at linebacker. I think you have to have him in play because I don't know why you keep putting these Sewell boys. We didn't got another Sewell on the damn roster. Like just If it ain't Penny, we don't want him. Get him out of here.
For real.
My surprise cut.
I mean, I think we won 2 games last year.
I think I said it earlier. My surprise
beat you in the playoffs too, but
cut would be Jade Walker.
No, that would be a big surprise cut for sure.
That would be my surprise. Yeah,
that'd be a nice surprise cut. So I mean, Pickens is not on the team. Tyler Scott's still on the team, though, isn't he?
No,
I didn't know.
No, Tyler Scott is not on the team.
Really?
I think he was off the team last season.
I need to look this up.
No, he was off the team last season. When I was looking at the roster thing, I didn't see that name on the depth chart.
Was he on the Chiefs?
Zacchaeus Pickens.
I don't know if he found a home. He may have been on a practice squad somewhere. For sure.
Because I know project guy though. You know, he was.
If he was with the Chiefs, he was way back there. Well,
remember they had all those receiver problems. Rasheed Rice had real shit on his mind and injuries, and
okay. Let me just say this: if he was on the Chiefs, I don't think he got any playing time.
Yeah, probably really didn't, or maybe I just saw that on the private squad or something. I don't know.
Like I said, he's young enough to where you would think he should make a roster.
Ugliest sports colors in history. You guys literally have your colors out of
waste management colors. Yeah, that's where it's
waste management colors, which shows what your city and what your state is like. Pure fucking trash.
Hot trash, homie.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Brian, thank you for coming on the show. Even though you are a Packers fan, we appreciate you coming on.
We love having Packer fans come on.
I would.
Brian's good peeps.
I would be cautious just to talk shit because in the head-to-head, you all do own us. But there's a new regime in town, so I don't think it's going to be.
And we took 2 out of 3 from you with that this new regime right away.
I think we split with you guys next year. I really do.
Hey, Brian, I want to ask you a question. Let me know on the chat. Are you for the firing of Matt LaFleur? Because then I'll like you. Because I would love for your dumbasses to fire Matt LaFleur. He's the only reason why you guys are winning. Love for that to happen. So please tell me that you are for firing Matt LaFleur. Really hope. I will say this. I looked up, and my mistake, you are right. Pickens and all them are not on the team anymore. But I wouldn't be surprised, and I know, Commish, you said that it'd be interesting if an offensive lineman, if the Yale guy goes. Experiment might be over.
It could be.
But see, that actually wouldn't be a surprise to me.
It would be because what is this? He's only going into his 3rd year, so he's still under a rookie contract. He's not making massive money or anything like that. And you drafted him for possibly his upside, what he can be. So, yeah, I mean, at the same time, I would be surprised because it's an offensive lineman more than actually just being him. But he was an Eberflus signing too. Obviously, he's a Poles guy, but he was Eberflus as well.
But Poles searched him and found him, and I'm sorry, Poles has not proven to me that he can draft.
Poles can't draft offensive linemen. He can't draft offensive line. And honestly, people are giving him the credit for getting Tooney and all that and Jonah. And I'm sitting there, I'm just like, that was your offensive line coach who asked for those guys. That definitely was not Ryan Poles.
And he didn't even draft Darnell Wright, if I'm not mistaken.
That was Eberflus. Yeah, that was Eberflus.
I think Tyreek Stevenson would be another.
Actually, that was the last year, right before Poles was Darnell Wright.
I thought Poles was a pace pick. Not Poles. Darnell Wright, I thought was a Ryan Pace pick. Was he not?
He's finishing his rookie contract, is he not? So I think Kendra is Coach Chef. That Kendra Smith comments is Coach Chef. But I'm trying to think to your question, JB. He's coming into the end of his rookie contract, right? So.
And this is Poles going into his 4th year, which means he would have been the last pick of Ryan Pace.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. That was his parting gift and whatnot. Brian says he's got mixed feelings when it comes to his coach. Real talk. So I guess that means some days he wakes up saying, yes, get rid of his asses. And then the next day he wakes up and he's like, you know what, man, he ain't that bad.
maybe the biggest mistake you guys made.
I like Cheese Curd. We're kind of the same person. So that's what it kind of sounds like he's saying.
Bravo. I think TJ Edwards from here, by the way, was the best tackler prior to his couple of nagging injuries. I still feel Jack Sanborn is the more complete tackler on this team.
Over Edwards?
Because think about it, since his injury, like he don't put his nose in there.
Sandburn will probably keep on the team. Sandburn will stay on the team too because he's a good special teams guy as well. He's a good backup linebacker if you need him, and he is still a good special teams guy. So that's why I don't think they're going to get rid of Edwards either, in my opinion.
I think he has the same coverage issues.
Oh, Poles did draft right, Darius?
That's what I was thinking. Was that his first year? Was maybe getting right? It might have been his first year was getting right.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
So we got one.
I think I do remember that was Poles because Poles freaking called him when he was on the call and said you need to drive that busted ass car down.
Oh, because he was drafted. I'm thinking 20.
No, that was Amagaji. Never mind. Amagaji had the busted ass car.
He was drafted in 23, right?
Okay. Poles drafted right over Jalen Carter. That's right. He traded down a spot. He went from 9.
Yeah, and I'm happy with that.
He went from 9 to 10.
So then this is not his 5th year. This is his 4th year.
Okay, so then that's why they're talking about the contract, though, because he's going. It's like either they give him a contract or they have to just pick up his 5th year option.
Oh, yeah, that is true. His first year was Brisker and Gordon. He didn't have a first-round draft pick in his first year.
Okay. He didn't know.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was his second year then he got Darnell right then.
Okay. Yeah, he finally – okay. So that's why –
Shout out to that. Shout out. That's the only offensive lineman he drafted. That was good.
I mean, thank God. I mean, but –
drafted and signed.
I guess you can't miss them all, right?
But if you're 1 for 8, like that's not a good percentage.
Well, I'm never giving him the benefit of doubt when it comes down to drafting offensive linemen.
Just like he really didn't know how to play the position, he doesn't know how to evaluate too well. So, but
a position that he played,
he was an offensive lineman, I believe. Was he not a tie? He played for us for like a season or so.
I thought he was on the practice squad.
That's still he was a Bear, But I if he wasn't a guard, I thought he was a tackle. I'm not.
I think he's overwhelmed, but that's.
I know for damn sure he wasn't a center. So So I guess he had.
Thank you, Ezra. He struggles offensive and defensive line, like
trenches.
That is true. Yeah, defensive line. He does not have a good. I like the Booker. I do like Booker. I think Booker is going to be really good. But you got Booker in the later rounds because you expected. You based him off of expectations, what he can turn into.
But he swung and missed with Zach Pickens big time.
Yeah.
And he's maybe did he get would you say a single with Dexter?
Dexter, the fact that he was a 2nd round pick though.
Dexter's not bad.
Dexter's not bad, but he's not a 2nd round draft pick.
He's not a game changer though.
A solid double
and he has gotten better in my opinion every year.
He has 6 sacks last year.
I think with Dexter, we give him such high expectations every year, and he just doesn't live to the expectations of what Bears fans are giving him. But he is still getting better every single year. I am not denying that one bit. The stats actually show that as well. And he's one of the few guys that stay healthy.
Chef, that Boston College team that year, was that did he play with Dedrick DeWalt? I think he may have, if that's Boston College.
He said Izzy and Newman or Ozzie and Newman last year. Okay. James Childress, thank you for checking in on the show. Everyone, hope you can have a hell of a season coming up. We hope so too, man. We really do. That would be awesome if they can live up to all our expectations here. And to be honest, their expectations as well. Chef said no on that one. Negative ghostwriter. So Book of Ezra, Big Dex gets his 5 or 6 sacks quickly, then he disappears for the rest of the season. He
didn't really get his sacks. He did have one game where I think he did have like 2 or 3 sacks, and he had one game record game, I remember. But
who, Booker?
No.
Dexter.
Yeah.
So, but Dexter's he's never lived up to the hype of what we wanted him to be, but he's always at least been good. He's never been he's never been the problem.
So one of the things too that I mentioned on their show is it's like, you know how we always used to say, Dexter was never asked to get off the ball in college, so maybe, maybe here, they can coach him up and do that. I was like, well, maybe the reason they never asked him to do that in college is because he just can't. He's just not explosive off the line. He couldn't do it, so therefore we're not going to ask you to do it. And for us, when we got him to be like, oh, well, maybe we can coach him up, and because he wasn't asked to do that, maybe now that it's like, well, now we know why he wasn't asked.
I had a little call out here. Got to give Seth Rollins his love on this one. What? He had to tell me to play it.
The reports from other people saying that he's only got one move, which is a speed move. You're gonna need a little bit more than that.
Who are you talking about, Booker?
Yes.
And Booker's got great hands too. I mean, his biggest thing that he needed to work on is he needed to get stronger. He needed to get more power. And the fact that he gained, I think the announcement was 18 pounds in solid muscle. I actually saw him at the draft party as well at Soldier Field. I mean, that guy's arms look like my thighs now. Like he got.
But I hope he didn't lose his speed by putting.
Yes, 100%. A lot of times when that happens, you do lose speed, and he has always had speed, and he has always had phenomenal handwork to brush off of blocks and everything like that. But we'll see. I mean, because I thought he surprisingly had a very good season last year, and he's, in my opinion, going to get better.
I mean, he had 4 sacks. I would hope he improves upon that. Especially with.
Well, how many games did he play anyway? I think he missed like almost the first 6-7 games of the season or the year. Thought he missed. I remember Chicago saying if Booker doesn't come back and have like 5 sacks, I'm cutting him. I remember when Chicago said that, and we were all giving him shit.
I think. Well. First of all, he had no preseason,
exactly. You didn't expect him to come and just light it up right away.
No,
but by the play, he had a very good playoff as far as like at least getting pressure on the quarterbacks. Like, I agree, he was doing good.
I don't think he's bad. I like him, but
I like his upside, and I think that's another reason why you did not go and draft the defensive end. But I think the thing that what I was so upset about is you didn't draft a defensive end or an offensive lineman. Like, what the fuck? Well, you did draft one in the 7th round, didn't you? That big guy.
Yeah, but
he's another defensive tackle though.
Yes,
you're talking about Van, whatever.
Yeah, he's a good run stopper though. But I mean, we need all the help we can get out.
But they said the same thing about his athleticism. I said we had Jerron Gilbert that could jump out of a damn pool too, and he couldn't play football.
No, correct. It doesn't matter. You can look all pretty you want doing workout.
Couldn't translate to the football field. Yeah,
exactly.
He played with
Vandenberg. That Warren Sapp was on the show, and he famously said, "There's no bench press on the 50-yard line of the football field."
Right. For sure.
Can you play this game?
Yeah, I remember
Can you play this game? So we have
King Bravo. Can you not log on in your phone? It's already almost 10 o'clock anyway, Bravo. So we'll get you on next week. We'll try to figure it out.
Sorry to hear about your mic issues and whatnot, but we will definitely, if we can get you on towards the beginning of the show and whatnot, we can definitely probably try and get that figured out and whatnot, and get your opinion and whatnot. We love bringing our people in the chat, that chat with us. We love bringing you guys on here to kind of give your opinions and your Bears takes as well. So anytime you guys are feeling froggy and feel like jumping on.
And I mean, James, shout out to James, if I'm not mistaken. That sounds like a new name in the chat. So shout out to you if you are new on the chat. And I mean, it's very, very well put on that one. Offensive, like offsides. We didn't have a lot of holdings last year, from what I remember, but we did have a lot of false starts and everything. But I mean, that does happen when you got a new regime and you're learning.
They're learning the playbook too.
You're learning everything new on how they want to run the offense. So I mean, it's going to get better every single year, and you should see less and less every single year as well.
Well, we hope. I just don't want to see the Caleb sophomore slump. That's what I don't want to see.
Well, I don't think anybody wants to see that shit. For sure. I mean, we all know that is a true thing. That happens a lot to people, that sophomore slump. Because you think about it, like sophomore slumps usually happen because now you got a whole full season of film that people
Yeah,
can watch on you and try to figure out how to
As
beat
you're
you.
still learning.
Exactly. But that's where I like a coach like Ben Johnson, where it's just going to be like, he's going to open up that book. He's going to switch up things. He's going to improve things. And you're not going to be able to do that on somebody like Caleb.
Hell, he might just run the ball more.
I mean, it could, I mean, can you imagine Caleb Williams putting 1,000 rushing yards this year? Because, I mean, he can run. We all know he can. Oh, you're saying running ball with the running. I mean, you have to run
with
the ball.
1,000.
Yes, I
know
know.
1,000.
When you have
for it right
Smith,
now.
and you have Monungai, you better be running that ball because that's just going to be opening things up for Caleb. And Caleb,
I'll sign up for it right now. Let's get the play action game going.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb looks so good in play action as well because he can move his feet also. So I mean, that's especially when you got Braxton Jones on the end.
One of my dark horse theories is I believe that Monungai will finish the season with more rushing yards than Swift. So
that'd be a crazy stat.
No, and it's not a huge difference. I think it'll be really close. They'll be within like 100.
Can you see both of them putting up 1,000 yards rushing?
That's what I would like. Like if they're the new Sonic.
If you're putting up both of them 1,000 yards rushing, I don't know if I can put Caleb Williams at 4,000 passing. If you're gonna, then we have one dynamic offense. If Caleb's going to be putting up 4,000,
I was thinking Monungai would probably just squeak over 1,000, maybe be like 1,055, and what do you call Swift is like 915.
It'll be interesting to see if that happens because Swift has the speed. He's going to be breaking for those longer ones more than Monungai. I would go on board and saying I feel like Monungai might have more carries than Swift, but I don't know if I can be on board with him saying more.
It was if I'm not mistaken, isn't that exactly what happened with Jahmyr Gibbs and
yes,
Monty?
Like one had 1,000, one had like 9 something.
Yeah,
correct.
I'll take that.
Oh, I would love that. I don't think
Jared Goff still threw for 4,000 yards. That's 6,000 yards worth of.
I remember that offensive season.
Yes,
like I'll take that.
Yes, no, me too.
A 4,000-yard passer and 2 possibly close to 1,000-yard rushers. And I mean, 4,000-yard passer, you should probably have an 1,000-yard receiver as well. So,
see, Crazy Ace is not thinking I'm not so crazy. He's saying Monungai will have more rushing.
And I understand that there's a strong possibility he might, but you always look at. I mean, Swift can break the runs. Monungai hasn't really proved that he can break the runs yet. He just runs through them. Which I love. That's what you need in those cold
moderate ones, but
I thought he was getting better in the catching game too.
He improved a hell of a lot the second half of the season in the passing game.
Absolutely. That was one thing.
That's why I think, and I'm not trying to diss Swift, but this will be Swift's last year. This last year in his contract. You're not going to re-sign him. Monungai is going to be your number 1 next year.
No,
there's no question about that.
Yeah.
All right. So, we're getting close. We want to get some shout outs here.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this is usually JB's job, but shout out to this.
Hey, AC Adam, good to see you, man. I normally hit you up in the chats, but good to see you here at the clubhouse. We always love having all you guys in the chat back here in the clubhouse talking Bears football and whatnot. So, you want to hit that music, super producer?
Oh, that stupid ass elevator shit.
I mean, I think he had 780 some yards last year. That ain't that far.
Yeah, no, it's all doable. It's all doable if the offensive can take step or leap. What we're expecting, we're hoping them to do. Maybe I understand your hesitance because we
get out of here, man.
I'm not trying to say anything crazy. I'm not trying to say anything crazy, but
like what's the music one called?
What's up?
What's the music one called anyway? It sounds good. Right?
I don't think that was it.
I don't think that's it either. I don't know. I don't
think it's number 8.
Hey, don't play something that we're gonna get dinged up. We do not own the right to the music.
It's called After 8. This is one of the last ones.
The last.
We lower it down to like volume 20.
That's it.
This is it. I can't. This is some depressing shit. I'm just gonna turn it off. We don't need this shit. Just get some shout outs.
Technology is too much for us people tonight. Technology is too much. These kids and these all damn butt gadgets. Oh, Frank, you've never seen more like an old man before in your life.
I know, right? Commish, go ahead. You start us off with shout outs.
I want to give a shout out to football being back, baby. Camp opening up. Shout out to the veterans and the rookies, kicking off the season, having the first domino kind of really fall. So shout out to them. Hopefully they have a good season that we're all expecting and hoping out of them. Shout out to my Cubs tonight, winning again tonight. So 10-2. So trying to stay relevant for this playoff push, even though I don't think we got the pitching staff to really
and our White Sox do
make a deep run at all. But that's a different show.
White Sox lost to the Yankees 3-2.
Yeah, damn the Yankees too.
Well, the Yankees are the number 1 team in the American League, so that was a good little match for the White Sox.
Still, always, one of those teams, Yankees, that you never like cheering for, just like the Dodgers.
I mean, you hate every New York team.
Thank you. So, but anyways, shout out also to one of our brothers in the clubhouse that is going through some hard times, and our boy Amp.
No, I think Kamish is the youngest, Kendra, if I'm not mistaken. If we had Easy on here, he'd be the youngest. He's like 13.
Yeah. Easy is probably the youngest in the clubhouse. But like I said, shout out to Amp.
Yeah, shout out Amp.
Like I said, is like going through some real hard times right now with with this family and whatnot. I don't want to say too much in the show. I don't feel like it's really my place, whatnot. But I just Amp and his family. We all love you here at the clubhouse. You're all in our thoughts. You're all in our prayers and whatnot. If you need anything from us at all, I think for everybody here in the clubhouse. Amp, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to call out to us, for any kind of reason and whatnot. So shout out to you, and I hope things can get better for you as quick as possible and stuff. So shout out to Kane too. Patrick Kane coming back to Chicago. I mean, tip of the cap to that. Can't wait to see you on the ice with Bedard and making magic, man. So I can't wait to cheer for the Hawks again and have that one goal that we used to say in the teens of the 2000s and whatnot. So I'll be saying that all season again. So, and shout out to you guys for an awesome show tonight and whatnot, and everybody in the chat, chatting it up with us. We love seeing it. We love hearing it. The more people in the clubhouse, the funner it is, the better it is. And man, we're trying to get to 1,600 subscribers before the start of the season. So if you are one of those guys that hasn't subscribed already, please do us a solid and sub up, so it don't cost you nothing. You're not going to get a hidden bill. Your credit score is not going to take a ding or anything like that. So you really have no excuses, no reasons to not sub up and help us get to our goal. So especially if you're a Bears fan or Chicago fan. So, but yeah,
you're a Packer fan, you can subscribe too. We don't care, but you suck.
Yeah. Even if you're just a football fan, you like fantasy football too, sub up for that because, I'm talking fantasy football on Wednesday nights. So.
Or sub up just to come talk shit with us.
Yeah.
Caleb BJ Loveland already talking shit.
we say we don't know shit, and if you want to confirm that in the chat and be like, you guys are right about that, sub up to do that. So
I'm a year older than Patrick.
I'll go ahead and kick it over. JB, are you ready? Who's doing the sign off? So who do I pass?
So go ahead, you JB. I'll do the sign off then.
I'll go ahead and
all right.
It's mine takes forever.
You got the juice now, JB.
I mean, at least we don't got Chicago on putting us.
I like that, Crook.
He's got the juice.
I like that.
The gin and juice.
I might have to watch that tonight.
I always got a few good ones in there. Go ahead.
Indeed. Shout out to you guys. Obviously, you guys know Tuesdays is my favorite day of the week, just to get on here with my bros and talk sports and some of the new family that we've created throughout the chat. Just want to, give it up for you all and show you all some love.
For sure. We've got a lot of new people on the chat today.
Yeah, so let's hit it. Shout out to you guys, Crook, Frank the Tank, Bearski Film, Razor Ramonelli, one of our new ones. Thank you for coming in.
Frank, did you see the private chat real quick?
Oh, Frank,
did you see the private chat?
The private chat.
Focus, yeah. Frank.
And my daughter came in gave me an I love you card, so I can't ignore that.
Hi, Leah.
What? It's 10 o'clock. Go to bed.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay. Damn.
No, not that. Like in our back chat, it looked like somebody in the back studio.
Nobody's in the back studio.
All right. Private chat said, "Let me in." There, Bear Down.
Oh, maybe that was.
He was probably
Before,
Okay,
what's his name?
all
Trying
right,
to get back
baby.
on.
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
We'll get you.
No,
We'll
no,
get you
no.
on next week.
Yeah, I would love to have like true fan appreciation next week. If
Absolutely.
you guys would love to come
We should
on,
promote it for sure.
definitely. Dante Purify, man, thanks you for chiming in and coming on. We appreciate you. Good to see you every week, brother.
So
shout out to obviously the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Shout out to AC Adam, my guy. Hey, John King Bravo Stockton.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate you coming in. We appreciate your commentary. We appreciate you. Foulmouth did come in. He was not on the show tonight, but he did comment in the chat. Thank you, Foulmouth. Thank you to Ant Stewart. Thank you, Ant. Appreciate you. Prayers with you, my brother. Get better.
look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Shout out to a super chat crazy ace who is overseas right now protecting us.
Salute
Appreciate
to service.
your service, dude. Love you to death, man. Stay safe out there.
Absolutely. Shout out to your boy Bub. Thanks for chiming in, Bub. Shout out to Leah and Logan, niece and nephew. 10 o'clock, go to bed.
You're still up there watching a movie.
Look, they hurt me. Shout out to Bears Down as F. Thank you, Bears Down. Thank you to John and Dante was going back and forth for a little minute, y'all. Hey, shout out to at the Book of Ezra. Ezra was really, really on it today. I appreciate you as always. Shout out to at Chicago Clubhouse #1 fan Bear Down. Thank you to Skylark. My man Skylark, haven't seen you in a minute, but it's been
a while, yeah, for sure.
Skylark usually comes back during before the season starts training camp. So this is about that time. My buddy Skylark, thank you.
And we didn't really get to answer his question about our DT, but I mean, we talked about it earlier. In case he is still on and everything, and we really don't know that much. We're just upset that he actually hit the injury list, but I mean, we expected it, and it's not easy to come back from that type of injury.
True. And then his other comment, wouldn't mind seeing Dennis Allen using some linebackers as edge rushers in certain plays. Who?
And we don't really got size though at that linebacker.
Not anymore.
Though, so. I mean, I always kept saying Edmonds would have looked really good bringing him off.
Absolutely, man. That would have been the guy.
Yeah, we just didn't do it.
We'll have to see. Hey, my man, TTNL Runaway. I think Rome will do very well. He had a huge chip on his shoulder. He should have a chip on his shoulder.
Should have a chip in his hand, too, and hold on to the damn thing.
Roma Doomsday's dad, thank you for chiming in. We appreciate you.
Shout out to the chat for acknowledging Roma Doomsday's dad, too. That was hilarious.
That was cold. Easy did come on, y'all. Easy came in the chat. Let's see. FGB Bear Down came on 18. Thank you. Al Bundy, your neighbor. Why is Al so he don't ever come on, man?
He always says leave the door open, and I leave the door open, and he never comes out. He talks his
Al,
shit.
next week. Come on, we'd appreciate it. Shout out to Brian Price is the Packer fan, but he did come in. So thank you, Brian. Thank you for being vulnerable and open, Brian. You know,
you're not sold on your floor and your court, and that's fine. I'm just saying, love wouldn't be.
I damn sure ain't sold on that. I don't drink the Bears Kool-Aid. It's been real nasty for a few years. I need a little sugar in it. Need to get it sweetened a little better. Maybe a couple more packets of flavor. Shout out to Kendra Smith, who is actually one of our podcast members, Coach Chef. So thank you, Coach Chef, for taking the time to chime in. He's out there in Arizona with Kurt. Darius D. Jones came in, one of our P1s. Thank you, D. We appreciate you and appreciate the information. James Childress, thank you for coming back. James, CCP, Bears Down, FGB 24/7, 365 all day. Love that. Thank you for the energy. Seth Rollins, Bears Down. Thank you, Seth Rollins, for chiming in. We need to get Seth Rollins on the show, too. That would be love. And I think we're winding down. Oh, and a salute to service for Crazy Ace. And thank you for the super chat again. My man, AC Adam, came in. Thank you, AC. We appreciate it. And I want to say that actually is winding down. I saw Unc. Did Unc come in here late?
He did come in late. Good old Zoe.
Okay. Caleb BJ Loveland, I see that. Thank you, Caleb BJ Loveland, for chiming in. Lorenzo Clemens came in. Thank you, Unc. We appreciate it, man. Need you to get on early next time. I got some questions for you about your nephew. I want to know what his projections are over there. That would be one Peter Woods.
Yep.
Yeah, because he's on the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm definitely want to get in and see how he's doing.
10 points, JB.
Yes. Maybe get him on the show. But thank you. And anybody that did not comment in the chat but did watch, we thank you. But you are officially
L for love. Good times.
Known as lurkers, and we do love our lurkers because lurkers give us views. But thank you. Yes, okay, coming in early next week, Unc, we appreciate it. So shout out to T Nick and any of the Clubhouse patrons that we have out there. And shout out to my kids, my grandkids, my 2 sons, SB and the crew, any other family I have watching, we appreciate it. But you all know if we only have one view, and I mean one person in that little bitty eyeball in the corner, we know who it is. It's the podcast mom, most affectionately known as Miss Sandra Bynum Holmes. That's my mom. Hi, Mom.
She is the podcast mom. She's all our moms.
She's all your mom, so.
She's all your mom. I talk to her all the time, too. Love you, Mom.
I'm hungry for dinner. I hope you save me a plate.
Oh, you just gave me a good idea. We need to get the Eloy Jimenez. Hi, Mom. Whenever we call out.
Oh, have a nice day.
See, there's another good one. There we go. Frank.
Oh, congratulations. I put that up. This is definitely cause to celebrate.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Unc's daughter is officially the Sacramento Kings doctor now.
Nice. Shout out.
That is awesome.
That is
beyond awesome, man. Shout out to you and your family, Unc. That is great news. Tell her all our love and well wishes are with her, and go on and break them berries and get in there.
James?
Absolutely. Now I'm a Sacramento Kings fan.
Man, I knew you would jump ship like that. Just like LeBron, just hopping the team to team.
Hey.
Oh, damn.
I had to.
Was dirty.
Too soon?
That was dirty.
What?
Did I say that out loud? Oh, okay. I know that guy. I've seen him before. That's the GOAT.
You disloyal, fool-ass, bitch-made punk.
Yeah, that was harsh. That was harsh. You might as well just call him a little bitch, because that's the same thing as.
This was a family show, so I was trying to keep it PG, Frank.
It's after 10 o'clock. It's no longer.
I know with that one. Oh, the samurai.
If we could get him on, hell.
Oh, hell yeah, that would be freaking awesome. We would
really did sign
more than 2 hours to do that damn show. I'm just saying, I would be
shout outs to me to close it out, guys. Again, same as JB. Tuesdays, always a blast, man. And now it makes it even feel that much more special when we're in Bears training camp and there's actually something Bears going on. Because we had, baseball before the Bears. We had some basketball where the Bulls sucked. We had some Blackhawks where they were improving, but consistently they kind of sucked too. So there's been some down days for us. We always look forward to Bear season, but I can't remember who it might have been. Shout out to the Cubs for PCA saying this. He was like, you got the White Sox who are in first place. The Cubs are still one of the best people in the National League. The Bulls just drafted, in our opinions, a franchise changing type player. We're hoping to be that. The Blackhawks got Patrick Kane to return with a young regime to trying to take them to the promised land. Things are looking good for freaking Chicago sports right now. So, hope it stays that way. But
Chicago's hot, baby.
It is. And hopefully we can consistently have every single team doing well. Because I always joke around about this with baseball. I'd be scared shitless if the Chicago Cubs and the White Sox met in the World Series. Because all I think of is gangs of New York right on the freaking border of North Side and South Side with freaking weapons about to beat the shit out of everybody. if it comes down to a Cubs Sox World Series. I'd be terrorized of that. And I had somebody come up to me and say, he's like, well, wouldn't it be good? Because it's like a win-win because the Chicago team. I was like, you don't know Chicago sports if that's the case. It's like, no.
As long as the Simpsons hasn't predicted it yet, it'll be okay.
You are correct. Simpsons has predicted way too much. Way too much stuff.
Yeah, I don't know that. But I hear the logic of that sounds right to where, yes, it should be a win-win.
It should be, but it won't be.
Yeah, I think
we're not as bad as the city of New York where we're gonna burn shit down. Like
if the Cubs won against anybody else, it would be yes, Chicago.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But if it was a Cubs Sox thing, it's just you're divided right there. Like it's just like I am a Sox fan. I will never root against the Cubs unless they're playing the Sox. So
Every
if
time
the Cubs beat the White Sox in the World Series, I am not happy.
Not at all.
Not happy, guys. It just won't happen. Sorry. Just won't happen.
I think it would really be the deciding factor to where the fan bases wouldn't be able to get along at all because the other fan bases to one another would just be so insufferable. The Cubs would be so insufferable to the White Sox, and then vice versa. If they were to have that feather in the cap of like, yeah, whatever. We still beat you in the world's motherfucking like it would just be like, you know what, dude? Like, get out of the house.
What can you do if we just want some championships here in Chicago? That's the main thing. And we want consistent championships in multiple sports, but nothing would be as different as if the Bears won a Super Bowl here in Chicago. I can't even imagine how crazy it would be if the Bears win a Super Bowl. And that's still what I want. So to close out that though,
Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
JB, Crooked Commish, everyone in the chat in the background, Bears training camp roster, get healthy, and let's go. Let's go.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
We need wolves at training camp. We need wolves on this Bears roster.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
You're still here. It's over.